You know what? In a toxic family, it's not uncommon, for, each member of the family to get heat or, come under scrutiny at some point while they're in the family. But, there's always that one person that's going to take the heat off of them by throwing it onto you, and that is the family snitch. We need to have a conversation about that. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. And one of the people that, kind of skate by and try to get out of trouble on the skin of their teeth is by taking the heat off of them by throwing you under the bus. And they won't have any qualms about it, any regrets about it. They don't care. It's just like, as long as I'm not the one that's getting abused or getting in trouble, I don't care if that is deferred onto you. And so I'm going to do whatever I need to do in order to get myself out of a bad situation, out of a jam up. And so, what tends to happen is your secrets, things that you thought you have done in confidence, things that they've witnessed you doing that maybe you weren't supposed to do. They're going to weaponize that against you the first chance they get, to the abuser, to the oppressor, to the person that's delivering the extensive discipline. Whatever they need to do, they're going to, mama, daddy, Natalie was doing such and such. And so now, instead of them getting disciplined, it is now on you. Now you're getting the whippings. Now you're getting grounded to no end. Now you're getting the constant barrage of verbal abuse. And, they may come to you after, with some sort of sob story saying, I didn't know and I was scared and, this and that. But, history tends to show us that given the opportunity to do it again, they will, and they won't think twice about it. Other times they won't appear to feel guilty or apathetic. They'll just go on about their life, business as usual, and they'll be happy that they got to get off. And they may even continue to drive the dagger in deep to make you the black sheep, to make you the scapegoat, and make them appear to be a good boy, good girl, a golden child, because it's all about staying in the good graces and keeping the heat off of them. So the more heat they can throw on you, the better. And sometimes it's not even about like telling your business to get the heat off of them. Sometimes this person will go through the extent of lying on you and making up stuff and saying, well, I saw Natalie doing this. She's the one who ate up all the food in the refrigerator. And so now that opens you up for a litany of abuse. And again, they're not sad or mad or feel anything about it. They will happily lie on you anytime it suits them to get out of trouble. So that's a little bit more involved than snitching. That's outright lying. And so they may listen, silently by the door while you get your lashings, or slink quietly on back to their room, and then come out and pretend to be the abuser's best friend and be a chatty Cathy, chatting it up and, being super optimistic and hopeful and things like that. And, pretend like nothing happened, and go on business as usual. Don't ever trust the family snitch as your friend. They will use any vulnerability, anything they can to take the heat off of them and weaponize that to get you in further trouble, or to have the attention, negative attention that is, focused on you. But, I'm just curious to hear your thoughts about the family snitch. If you know of any, love to hear your thoughts on that. Hope this helps. Thanks so much. And just FYI, it doesn't have to be, an abusive family. It could be just a person that likes to avoid punishment or accountability. And so they're going to throw people around them under the bus. But it doesn't always have to be, from an abusive family, because there's people that want to avoid consequences of their actions all around us. Hope that helps. Thanks so much.